Welcome back everyone to week 5 of your Let's Move journey. You should be starting to get into a rhythm with your workouts, making them a real feature of the week and hopefully looking forward to them. This week we will continue with strength as a component of fitness, focusing on the upper body. By developing the strength of our muscles, we can improve many things, including flexibility, mobility, range of motion, and bone density. All of these things will help us to be able to better perform activities of daily living, such as reaching, pulling, pushing, and lifting. Right, everybody, without further ado, let's get warmed up. Are you ready to go, Mum?
I am.
So we're gonna look to get that blood circulating, get them muscles nice and warm and get us prepared for the main workout, okay? So good posture check to start off with. Up as tall as you can be. Make sure you've got a nice, good, stable base with your weight evenly distributed through those feet. You've got the chair for support if you need it, okay? So everybody, let's get into a nice steady march on the spot. And again, if you need the chair, you can stand directly behind the chair if you need that support. And really think about your posture when you're in this marching position. So be as tall as you can be, as if you were walking with confidence. Come on, Mum, walk with confidence. And put the arms in as well, okay, if you can, or at least one side if you need to stabilise off the other by holding onto the worktops or the chair or the dining room table. And we take the elbows back and we keep the elbows at 90 degrees, Mum.
Right.
So we can work from the shoulder. And then bit by bit, start to lift the knees a little bit higher. Now remember, this is all specific to you, so you just go at your own pace. Don't feel as though you've got to be replicating the pace me and my mum are going at. Going a bit quick today, Mum. I'm a wee bit short.
Really concentrated on keeping a rhythm.
And relaxing there, good stable base. We're going to take it out into a reach. So go out as far as you can go and then grab and pull in. Okay, so we go out on a reach and then grab and pull in. So off you go. Go at your own pace again. And we're just bringing those elbows back and we're starting to engage the muscles in the back as well. So remember, this session today is upper body. So we want to get the upper body and all the major muscle groups nice and warm and mobile. And then we're going to go out into a reach, Mum. So across the body, take it out and reach. Okay. And then across the body, take it out and reach. So as far as you feel comfortable. And turn round with it, Mum. So as you turn round with it so we can get that movement through the shoulders as well. And we can get that rotation in through your spine. That's it. Can we take it a little bit higher? And we've got nice soft knees. If you look, I've got nice soft knees as I'm cushioning through that body weight. And then a little bit lower. So we're now reaching down. And we've still got that rotation in as well. Back to a nice steady march. And relaxing there. Take it into some hip circles. Okay, so you can put your hands on your hips or just put one hand on the side of the hip if you're holding on and supporting off the chair. Change direction.
That hurts my back.
Does it?
Yeah.
How bad?
Oh, it's not too bad, but I can definitely feel that.
And is it higher than a level 4 on the pain scale? Is it higher than mild to moderate?
No.
No? No. So this might be, because at the beginning of every session, you are going to be fairly tight at this point and we need to get that blood circulating and get the muscles nice and warm, okay? Just relaxing there. So just remember, you can repeat the warm-ups if you feel you needed an extended warm-up for your conditions. We are going to move on to the first series of exercises, which are going to be based around the wrists. Right, everyone, just remember when we're doing exercises from a seated position, we can get a double workout by engaging the stomach muscles. So come off your backrest, sit up as tall as you can be. The first exercise is wrist circles, okay? So hands out in front and just create nice big wrist circles, okay? We're going to change halfway through with a change in direction. So what are your wrists like, Mum? Just give me a bit of an idea there.
Clicking.
The clicking? Yeah, join the club on that one. But they do swell a little bit, your wrist, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. Especially the right-hand side.
And change direction. And do you do any wrist exercises, stretches, or?
I do some sometimes at night, because sometimes at night it's quite painful.
Is it? Well, these should keep them nice and mobile. And relax in there. Relax in there. If you need to just shake them off a little bit or just extend those fingers, you can do. The next exercise is a wrist prayer. So we put the palms together, all right, out in front, and we're going to lower the hands and take the elbows out, okay? So lower the hands and take the elbows out, and then slowly come back up, all right? So as we go down, keep the palms together, lower the hands and take the elbows out, and slowly back up. What are these like, Mum?
That's a good exercise.
See, you've got really good mobility through your wrists, looking at that.
Yeah. Well, they're not too bad, but they are painful.
See, I had a wrist injury a couple of years ago, and my left wrist
I know.
is terrible.
Yeah, you've had a lot of trouble with that, haven't you?
Yeah.
I do have trouble with this, pressing on it or putting pressure on it. This right one especially.
Yeah. And relax in there. All right, again, just stretch those hands out a little bit. If you're feeling a little bit of discomfort, just remember, work within your own range of movement. And then the last one, keep the elbows fixed, so don't move at the elbow, and we're just gonna go palms to the ceiling and palms to the floor. Palms to the ceiling, palms to the floor. So off you go. And take it as far round as you can without actually moving the arm itself. So the wrist, the reason why I'm warming up the wrists and giving some wrist exercises for this first series of exercises is because with the upper body strength, we are going to be required to hold and use some resistance, some added weight. So I just want to get the wrist nice and mobile and warm and try and reduce that stiffness first. And relax, Mum. If you feel the need to just stretch those fingers off, just stretch them off a little bit, okay? Right, everybody, we're going to move on to the next series of exercises, which is going to be based around the arms. Right, everyone, first exercise is going to be wrist curls, okay? So make sure you've got a good seated, stable base of support. We lean forwards on, but don't overbalance, and the spine's in a nice, good, natural, neutral position. Place the forearms onto the thighs with the hands hanging over the knees. Okay, you can use resistance or not use resistance for these. And we open up the wrist joint there, and we're going to curl the hands back in towards the body. So when you're ready, off you go. So as we're curling the resistance or no resistance, if we're just fetching the wrists in, okay, we're looking to increase that strength and mobility of the wrist, okay? And we're also going to be working the muscles in the forearms as well. So you should start to feel these muscles in the forearms working.
I can feel it around my wrist and thumb joint.
And is it slight discomfort on those, Mum? Or?
Yeah, only slight.
And relax and relax. So just remember, wrist strength is key because opening jam jars, carrying shopping, we need good wrist strength and forearm strength. The next one is going to work the muscles in the back of the arm, the triceps. So again, we lean forwards on, elbows tuck into the side, and one at a time, we're going to take the arm out into extension there. So when you're ready, off you go. And when we take it out, because we're working strength, so look down towards the floor, Mum, slightly, so it keeps your spine in neutral.
Okay.
That's it. And as we take the arm out into extension, just hold it for a couple of seconds, Mum, when we take it out. And you'll feel that muscle working. Can you feel it in the back of your arm? So we take it out, hold, and then back in again. Now, your triceps, all right, they form the majority of your upper arm. So anything from getting up off the floor, getting in and out of the bath, all right, any pressing, and these are big muscles that play a big part. And relax. Can you feel them? Excellent. Great stuff. The last one for this section is a cross-body bicep curl. So palms facing inwards, we come across to the opposite shoulder, palm into the shoulder, and take it back and change. So when you're ready, off you go. So we come across the shoulder, palm into the opposite shoulder, and back. So across the body, bicep curl. So we're working the front of the arm this time. So these will tone your arms up, Mum. So these ones and the last ones, if you wanted some good toned, strong arms, these are the ones that you want to be doing. And relax in there. Excellent. Right, that finishes the arms off. We're now moving on to the shoulders. Right, everyone, first exercise is going to be a tea towel shoulder raise. So we use the tea towel because it will encourage us to contract the muscles we want to work, and in this instance it's going to be the shoulders, okay? So fold the tea towel over, grab hold of the tea towel, okay, and put the hands on the thighs. We pull the tea towel apart as hard as we can, and then we're going to take the arms out in front and raise them as high as you feel comfortable, and then slowly back down. So when you're ready, off you go. When you're back down on your thighs, you can relax a little bit before you take it out again. And all the time throughout this movement, keep pulling that tea towel apart. And then relax when you get to the bottom. Can you feel this one, Mum?
I can, yeah.
What's it like on your shoulder?
It's okay, but I can certainly feel it in that joint.
And it is a slow movement, this one, so if you feel you need to go back and do this again, then feel free, okay? So when you come back down, just rest when you get back to the beginning. The next exercise that we're going to do, we don't need the tea towel, so we can get rid of those, Mum. We're going to move back onto the resistance that we had with the tins of beans in the water. And again, you don't have to use the resistance. Palms facing behind you. And from here, we're going into an upright row. So we lead with the elbows, okay? Hands come up alongside towards shoulder height and then back down, okay? So when you're ready, off you go. So lead with the elbows, take it as far as you feel comfortable, and then back down. That's it. And if you think about some of the activities of daily living, Mum, with these ones, it could be pegging the washing on the line, all right, reaching sort of in and out of the cupboards, gardening as well, if you're clipping branches of some of the bushes in the garden. Now we're going to do one more. So we take it up, nice high elbows, Mum. That's it, squeeze, and slowly back down and relax. Put the resistance back on the floor. Just shrug everything off. Everything okay with those?
Yeah.
Feel it?
Yeah.
Bit okay?
Yeah.
Feel like they've worked? Excellent. Right, everyone. Next group of muscles is going to be the back. Right, everyone. First exercise for the muscles in the back. We are looking at a seated row. So grab hold of your tea towel, palms facing the ceiling. Okay, hands shoulder width apart. We take the tea towel out and we aim to pull the tea towel apart so we get some tension and get the muscles working. We're going to bring the elbows back and the shoulder blades go back and down, okay? And then we take it back out and relax. So when you're ready, off you go. So these exercises are working the biggest muscles in the back, which are the lats. And these support with posture, stability of the spine, and they will also help with movements of the arm as well. So good arm mobility and shoulder mobility. And one more. So just remember that little squeeze, shoulder blades together, back and down, and relax in there.
Ooh.
Right. All right, Mum? You feel those?
Right across my back there.
Excellent. Right, next one. If you pick up your resistance, if you're wanting to use some resistance, palms facing inwards, body up nice and tall. We're taking it into a weighted side bend. So keep your bum on the chair, and we go down one side, back up, and then take it back down the other side and back up. Okay, so when you're ready, off you go. So the weight, make sure it's obviously relevant to you and your strength. And if you find them a little bit easier, and you've got something with a bit more added weight that you can hold and it is safe to hold, then you could use that. If you think about side bending, we're always moving the spine. We don't just move forwards and backwards, but we're always rotating and we're always side bending as well when we're reaching down to pick things up. Always have a little pause at the top. Make sure we're sat up nice and tall. Don't be slouching, Mum. And relax in there. So those last ones, okay, we're starting to work the sides, the muscles in the side of the body, okay? And the row, we're working the big muscles in the back. So a lot in and around the back and the side of the spine for those ones. Next exercises, we are going to move on to a press, which is going to be a chest press. Okay, so a chest press off the wall. All right?
Yeah.
Right, Mum, we're going to look at a wall press. Okay, so turn and stand facing the wall. Make sure you've got a nice, good, stable base. Weight evenly distributed through those feet. Hip to shoulder width apart. Don't stand too far away from the wall. Now, place the hands on the wall, shoulder width apart, and down towards chest height. Okay, now from that position, slowly lower the body towards the wall, all right, maintaining a nice, good, long plank position of the body. And just relax on your way back out, Mum. So, what's your wrist like on that one?
It's hurting, this one.
Is it? Right, so we can take it onto the knuckles as long as you're feeling stable and safe off that surface. Okay, so we can take it into there
Yeah, I'll try that.
Exactly the same movement, slowly in. And press back out. What's that like?
That's better.
Is it much better, that? Great stuff. Right, and just relax as you come back out. Let's get going. When you're ready, off you go. So slow and controlled, Mum, as you're taking the body in. Just remember to keep that structure nice and tall. So up nice and tall, all right? So a good lengthened spine, and we've created a really nice plank position there. So the stomach muscles are engaged. Okay, we've got the upper body working, pressing the body weight against gravity. Okay, and we don't want to be too far away from the wall as well, and make sure you've got nice, good, grippy shoes to be able to grip that surface so that we're not slipping away from the wall. And movements like this, developing the strength across the chest and into the shoulders and into the back, is going to support you in movements like getting out of bed, in and out of the bath, up and off the floor, and obviously general lifting and carrying movements as well. That's it, keep your chest up and your chin up, Mum. Excellent. And slowly come out, Mum, and relax in there. How did that feel?
That went okay.
Can you, okay with the wrists?
Yeah.
A little bit better?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's particular areas you can feel it?
I can feel tightness up here when I'm doing it.
All right, so that means that the muscles are working across the chest and across the shoulders, which is great. It's had the desired effect, Mum. Okay, so everybody, that is the chest exercise. Okay, we're now going to move on to some mat-based exercises, which are going to be optional for those that would like or are able to get down and back up off the floor. Right, everyone, we're going to move into 3 mat-based exercises. Now, if you have got a firm bed mattress, you could perform these in that laid position in bed, but ideally, you want to be off a nice solid base of support, okay, like the floor. So my mum has got 2 towels which are supporting her lower back and her neck. So that is optional, and you can pick and choose where you need that support. The first exercise is a glute bridge raise. So from that laid position, we bring the heels as close into the bum as we can, okay, into the buttocks, and we keep the feet flat on the floor. From this position, we lift the hips and take them up towards the ceiling, all right, engaging the stomach, and then slowly back down. So we've got a slight pause at the top, okay? So when you're ready, off you go. So hips come up, Mum, slight pause, stomach engaged, and then slowly back down. Now, a glute bridge raise, it is going to be working the hamstrings, okay, in the back of the thigh, and also it's a great one for the buttocks, all right? So just remember, one of the biggest muscles in the body. So, and again, Mum, come on, Mum, high as you can.
I'm trying.
And relax in there, relax, relax. Did you feel them?
Yeah, definitely. It's harder coming down than going up.
Exactly, because, well, to be honest, it's gravity coming down. So we always tell people to try and slow it down on the way back down, so we've got time under tension. The next one that we're going to do is we're going to drive the hips up and take it into a walkout, okay? So glute bridge walkout, the hips go up, and we just toe tap out with one foot, fetch it back in, toe tap out with the other foot, fetch it back in, and then lower the bum to the floor. Now, if you've already found your level and you're happy with doing the one before, just stick to that one, okay? So when you're ready, Mum, off you go. Now, you could just do one tap and fetch it back in and then relax, and then fetch the hips back up take the other leg out with a tap and relax. Don't feel as though you've got to keep the hips up all the time. But that is an option. So if you did want to progress it, you could keep the hips up for as long as you felt comfortable to work and strengthen those stomach muscles.
Certainly doing that.
And just work at your own pace, Mum. If you need a little bit of a breather, have a little bit of a rest at the bottom. Come up when you're ready. And relax, Mum, as you come back down. How did those feel?
They're not easy.
Quite challenging?
Very.
Okay, so we are looking at starting to strengthen and condition those muscles up in and around the spine. So if they are a little bit weak, you are going to be challenged, all right, to get them muscles working. Right, the last exercise is going to be a laid chest press. Okay, so we are going to use some resistance, so a little bit of added weight. So grab hold of those, Mum. Make sure the hands are in line with your chest. Elbows can be slightly out to start with. And we press the bottles up towards the ceiling. We bring the hands in, a little bit of touch, and then back down. They need to be in line with your chest, Mum, as you press up. Okay, so off you go. So good press to the ceiling. Fetch the water bottles in, a little bit of touch in the middle, and then slowly back down, taking the elbows back down towards the floor. So really focus on keeping in line with your chest, Mum, with those bottles, because if you're too far over back towards your face, okay, you're going to put added strain through your shoulders.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That better.
That looks a lot better, yeah. And obviously just extend those arms as far as you feel comfortable. Obviously I can see that my mum's doesn't get that right range of movement through that elbow on the left arm. And slowly back down, Mum. And relax.
Whew.
And finish. Well done, Mum. How did you find those?
Those were hard.
Hard? Challenging?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 good floor-based exercises which actually working a lot of the upper body with the chest press, and we've really engaged the muscles in the stomach with a glute bridge raise, and we've also got into the hamstrings and the buttocks as well. So that's why you probably found them quite challenging, Mum. Right, everybody, that concludes today's workout. We're now gonna get cooled off. Right, everyone, from a seated position, front third of the chair, Mum. All right, body up nice and tall, chin parallel to the floor, shoulders back and down. Slide 1 foot out, point the toes as far as you can go, keep the foot flat on the floor. Chest out, chin up, and just lean forwards, flexing the hips, looking down towards the floor until you feel that nice, good stretch in this leg. You'll feel the stretch in your calf and in to your hamstrings as well. Can you feel that, Mum?
Yeah.
And then slowly back up, change your legs, slide the other one out. So we want to be holding it for 15 to 20 seconds. So take it as far as you feel comfortable and hold that position. So keep the muscle under tension. And slowly back up. This time, take the other foot back out, toes back towards yourself, chest out, chin up, and lean in again. And this will get in back of your thigh, Mum. Can you feel it? Are your hamstrings as tight as mine?
Oh, it's that, I think it's that sciatica down this side that's the worst.
Well, stretching is really good for
it
that.
is, yeah. I do
Slowly back up, change your legs, chest out, chin up. So can I blame you for tight hamstrings?
Probably.
I wonder if they're hereditary.
You don't know, do you? A lot of things are.
And
50-50.
slowly back up. Slowly back up in there. Right, we can go. Hands across the chest. We're going to turn out, little look over the shoulder and hold it. And then slowly back round to center. Turn out the other side and hold it. And slowly back round to center. We're going on chest stretch. All right, so we can go hands in the small of your back or hands on the back of the seat. I think we did hands on back of the seat, didn't we, this time? Shoulders back, chest out, chin up. Feel that stretch across your chest, Mum. So let the body come forwards, Mum, and outstretch the arms a little bit.
I can't do that with this.
All right. Is that your shoulder?
Yeah.
So put your hands in the small of your back. Yeah? That feel a bit better?
That's not too bad, yeah.
Yep. And relax. And relax and relax. One more. One hand in front of the other. Take it out as far as you can go. Put your chin on your chest. And pull your shoulder blades apart. And then fetch those arms in. Big roll of the shoulders up. Take them back and let them naturally lower into place. If you do know of any additional stretching exercises that you've been told to do, then feel free to put those in and extend your cool down at this point. Right, everyone, don't go anywhere because we have got your weekly activity dose coming up, Mum. All right, so stay tuned. Well done, everyone, for completing today's session. Just remember, you can go back at any point and complete the sessions again in your own time. Also, don't forget to use the FIT principle if you want to progress or regress the sessions by increasing or decreasing the frequency, intensity, time and type of the workouts. Just a quick recap on last time around. We asked you to focus on the sit to stand movement and record how many times you could perform that movement in 1 minute on 3 separate occasions throughout the week. We hope you found this beneficial and you were able to see and record your progress. For this week's activity dose, we would like you to use the same process, but pick one exercise from today's workout. All right, so purely focusing on upper body. In your activity tracker, it does refer to arm raisers, okay? But we are happy for you to identify those weaknesses and those areas that you potentially want to focus on and pick a particular exercise that's going to suit you. Right, everyone, it's been a pleasure working with you all this week. Myself and my mum cannot wait to catch up to see how you've been getting on next time around. See you all soon.